I'm happy that Zenless did. Like I'm pretty sure if you guys ever played like Genshin, well, the background of all the Hoyo games and stuff like that, and how you can't critique them. Anytime you try to critique them, people think that you're spreading hate, or they think that you're hating on the game, or you're really just trying to better it. Like I really like how that whole HP inflation thing went down when that one deadly assault was like hard to do for some people. Some people couldn't clear like they normally used to, and then the big ZZZ creators, they got into a clash, and they got into a call, and they were all like debating. The other side was the elitist side. They were saying, "Oh, it's a player build issue," or maybe they don't understand the boss's mechanics. It's like, no, it's an HP inflation issue, which was the other side of the other creators. Like, you can't lump the player and how far their build can go compared to, like, if they raise the HP by 20%, they raise it by 20%. There's nothing the player can do about that. And if they keep raising it, there's only so far you can go till you're not clearing. Skill issues. Okay. Well, that's the word that they avoided and we don't really want to say, but that Zenless does have an HP inflation issue, and I'm glad they talked about that because this deadly assault for some of us has been easier. I'm not sure if it was the previous ones either, but like we can tell that they've been dumbing some things down. I think it's been proven that this deadly assault has been lowered in HP. Easy is pretty casual game. It should stay like this, or it will die. It's funny. I don't personally think ZZ is a casual game. I mean, it kind of can be, but at the same time, kind of not. Because out of all the Hoyo games, this is the most combat instant game. Like, what's funny? The beginning of Zenless, um, everyone said that Zenless was very easy. Like, oh, this game is easy. You can just mash. And you know what they did for that? They made certain bosses with more mechanics, and then they added more HP, and they essentially made the game harder because I don't know if you guys remember back then, everybody used to call this game easy as hell. So like, yeah, the players think our game are easy. Yeah, let's not make it easy. That's basically what happened. But I never. I mean, I can see how it can be casual, but I can never see it being casual at the same time because the you got parries, quick time events. Like, it's. I think ZZZ and Wuthering Waves are not casual. Especially Wuthering Waves. The amount of quick swapping you gotta do in there is insane. Like, it's. I don't know. Like, ZZZ is more combat based and it has more end game events. And the more end game events screams that it's not casual for me. It was easy. We had no end game modes back then. Like, they even gave us Endless Tower, even though nobody's really doing it. That's something that people always wanted in Genshin, and they never gave it to us. Like, Zenless seems like, I guess it's the combat instance, and you want to know what's the reason why Zenless is so underrated too? Um, Another reason that makes it so underrated is because it's heavily combat influenced, like heavily combat instance. Like it's that, and it's like I guess that really goes to show how much people how much more casual players there are in the other Hoyo games. Because if you look at Star Rail and Genshin, they're kind of a little bit easier to play. Obviously Star Rail, because I think the reason why so many people like Star Rail still too, because it's very mobile friendly. You can literally just auto and just sit there and do nothing. Like it is the mobile game out of them. Like I would say Zenless is not mobile friendly. Like with the amount of stuff you have to do, the buttons, the device requirement. But Genshin and Star Rail, they run so smooth on mobile, and they're easy on mobile. Like they maybe not so much so with Genshin upping its graphics, but it still has really good optimization issues. I would even argue that Wuthering Waves is not a mobile friendly game. Like I can play that on mobile and do some of the things, crazy things, but at the same time, it's my phone isn't the greatest. It can be laggy, and it's just like, yeah, there's some people that can do it, but like it just doesn't feel mobile friendly like Star Rail does. Obviously because it's turn based. And when you look at it, that's the reason why Star Rail and Genshin still like they have very big fan bases despite all the power creep and stuff. There's probably people that still play the game just because it's something that can run and it's something that's easy. Like maybe some people don't really like the sweaty stuff so much, like which is Zenless. And I personally I like sweaty stuff. I like hard games. I like Dark Souls. I like anything hard. Like they just get me hard. But pause. Um, Wuwa ran better than Genshin for me, and Wuwa was barely even able to run. Yeah, Wuwa for me, Wuwa does not run great for me. I'm pretty sure Nameless knows that. That's why I can't try to stream it on a laptop. But every other Hoyo game I stream, well, I don't stream the Hoyo games on my laptop. I'm streaming from my Xbox. Every Hoyo game that I have on my laptop, they run smooth compared to Wuthering Waves. Like Hoyo just somehow just optimizes. Even Zenless on my laptop runs smooth. Everything. I guess Hoyo just optimizes well. Like I'm pretty sure you remember when Wuthering Waves came out, and so many people were complaining that it couldn't run on their high-end PCs. Some of their low-end PCs. A lot of people did have low-end devices and laptops and other stuff like that, computers, whatever that they tried to play it on. And
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyway.
I guess Wuthering Waves isn't really good in optimization when it comes to that. ZZ, I was literally just seeing colors flashing. Damn. Yeah, maybe for some people. I remember there was something I seen on ZZZ being not too good in like running, but I haven't seen too much on it compared to like Wuwa. For me, it's always been fine on everything. I will say it did crash on my phone. I will give it that. It crashed on my phone a couple times, and I don't think Wuwa did when I tried it on mobile before. But yeah, that's just gonna be my whole reasoning on why I think people probably still like play Genshin and Star Rail and stuff like that because they're more casual and they run better. Apocalyptic Shadow is ass though. Yeah, that is kind of ass. Now Pure Fiction is ass. Pure Fiction. Apocalyptic Shadow is somewhat ass. I'd rather do that over Pure Fiction. I guess the only good thing is MOC to be honest, but it's I don't know. You can tell that Star Rail is Hoyoverse's favorite child. Just Honkai, the Honkai series in general, because I don't know if you heard, um, they're gonna be adding. So not only did they add the skip button to Star Rail, it seems like they've been trying to listen. They buffed older characters. They buffed Silverwolf. They buffed Kafka. They buffed Blade. They buffed Jing Liu. I think rumors they're gonna buff Firefly. Like they're buffing older units like they're doing in Zenless, and then to where every character feels like an afterthought that you don't see them anymore. They're gonna do special story quests for those characters like they did in Honkai, where characters have character development. Which is another thing that I heard in leaks. I'm not sure if it's true. But you can tell they're trying to go out in that game. And I do like the fact that Zenless is underrated because with it being underrated means that they'll listen more. The devs will listen more. Like I feel like the moment that Zenless gets really big and popular, if it ever does, like super super popular, they're gonna treat it like all the other Hoyo games where it gets popular, pops off, then they dump it, make a new game, gets big, pops off, then they dump it, make a new game. Like what I mean dump it is they get lazy and sloppy and then stop caring. Genshin and Star Rail, for example. The ass players are so lucky they don't have to see it. I hate not having Hyacinth and her light cone shit is unplayable. Yeah, I do too. That shit is crazy. Been a long time since they did the last character quest. I think Sparkles was last. What I mean, not only character quests, I mean like character development. Like you seeing more of the character and like them developing. Like in Honkai Impact the Third, the characters go through like build ups. Like you can think of like a shonen in an anime or something. Like the character eventually just character development. Like you see a lot of that character, they get stronger and stuff like that. Maybe Yunli's one. Yeah, I don't even remember the last time I did a story quest too. I think I had them piled up, if I'm being honest, but or last time they did one. But yeah, yeah, that is why I also think Zenless is underrated because of all of what I just said. And I've actually grown to. I used to like Genshin more. Then I used to like Star Rail a little bit more. Then I grown to like Zenless a lot more than Star Rail and Genshin, and play it the most. Like this is personally my favorite Hoyo game, as underrated as it is. I think my two favorite gachas are Wuthering Waves and Zenless.